What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna get right into this topic for the day, man. The topic is Gilbert Arenas and how he is pandering. In my opinion, Arenas is pandering to Caitlin Clark fans while throwing Sheryl Swoopes under the bus, right? Now, first, I'm gonna go over some of the statements that Sheryl Swoopes has made about Caitlin Clark. Um, Sheryl Swoopes said that Caitlin Clark coming into the league, she didn't think that Caitlin Clark would be able to right away dominate her and what's the other young lady name? Angel Reese. She didn't think that they would dominate at the pro level right away, the same way they did at the the same way they did at the college level. They wouldn't be able to have that same type of success, at least not immediately. And so that was one of the first comments. Also, she made a comment. Sheryl Swoopes made a comment stating that while Caitlin Clark was in college, Caitlin Clark didn't. It took her longer to break the records of like the some of the records that she had, as far as like the scoring title and all that, which she came back. She realized that she had made a mistake, and she came back and Sheryl Swoopes corrected that, right? And so, I just think that now that Sheryl Swoopes, she's making appearances on Gilbert Arena's show, Gil's Arena, and it just seems like that Gilbert Arenas is like really just throwing Sheryl Swoopes under the bus at every opportunity, right? Now, I don't always agree with everything that Sheryl Swoopes say. I don't always agree with everything, especially not, and I don't always agree with Gilbert Arenas, especially not Gilbert Arenas. But I think there's a way to disagree with with people without really throwing them under the bus. Like, it just seems like the guys, the males on these sports talk shows, they get so dramatic and are willing to throw people under the bus, especially the female commentators, right? If they don't agree with the females, they are willing to throw you under the bus and damn near vilify the women for having their own opinion. I think that you don't want people to come on everybody that have the same opinion anyway. That's the beauty of having like a sports show, because you get to debate different points of view. And then when you're debating, like, you have to have like a certain type of decorum about when you're debating, because you can't get loud, you can't get like overly emotional, because you're in the process of like stating your case. And so, like I said, some things that Sheryl Swoopes said, I don't always agree with, but she is she's an ex professional basketball player, so she's entitled to her opinion. She she has experience and she has knowledge of the game. So why can't her opinion be respected, just like Gilbert Arenas' opinion, or what's the guy that's on her show, Rashard McCants, I think his name McCants or something like that. But it just seems like that they get these women on these talk shows, and especially if they talking about Caitlin Clark, they kind of dismiss the women. They kind of say like the women are jealous. They're envious of Caitlin Clark, when I don't think that that's the case. And as a matter of fact, I really don't think that's the case, because if the shoe was on the other foot, like, those guys would be, would probably be maybe jealous or envious their self too. If they're in the league and they're working hard, and there's a rookie coming in, and they're saying that this rookie is going to be the best thing since sliced bread, right? You, as a competitor, you will want to test that rookie right out the gate. It happens every year. in the NBA with new rookies coming in. Last year, kids, everybody wanted to test out Victor Wembanyama. They wanted to see if he was everything that he's built out to be. The same thing with like the ball boys. People wanted to test those guys out to see what they were made of. But didn't nobody say that, like the players were jealous? It's just that it's a rite of passage. Every time you come into a new environment, the people that are already there, the people that are established will test you, but these guys that are on these talk shows, these sports talk show, they just get so they get dramatic. And if you have an opposing opinion, especially these women, when they have opposing opinions, it just they just look like they try to vilify you, and I think that that's not cool, especially the way that they they're going at Sheryl Swoopes. That's my take on it. Like I said, I don't agree with everything Sheryl Swoopes said. And she did say that Caitlin Clark wasn't dominant. She also pointed out that she gave a lot of credit for the success of the Indiana Fever. She gave a lot of credit to players like Lexi Hall, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell, which that is, like that's her prerogative. That's her point of view. And I don't think that she should be vilified. And these guys just act like, at every chance that they get, they just want to throw Sheryl Swoopes under the bus, like she's not entitled to her opinion, like she's not speaking from experience. And it just make these guys look like they're pandering, pandering to Caitlin Clark's her fan base. They're pandering so they can keep their position on these talk shows. And I think a lot of people see through these guys and they make themselves look foolish. And they to me, it's going to seem like what's going to happen is people are not, especially these women, they're not even going to want to come on to these talk shows and go back and forth with these guys, because it's like I said, there's a way to debate, and these guys are not debating. They get on there and they just kind of just like vilify the women for having. There was another young lady who used to go on the Gilbert Arena show, Lexi Brown. I think she played for the Sparks, so she may not be able to come on now because, well, she can come on now because their season is over with. But during the season, I don't think she came on too much. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good to, if you're gonna have WNBA players or ex-WNBA players on the shows giving their opinion. I think that's good, because then you get a female point of view, a fresh point of view, and maybe these women will stop when because they just get vilified, like they get dragged by the fan base, and then so the hosts of these shows, they cater to the fan base, and they also drag their guests. So maybe, and I think what would be a good idea is maybe if like these ex-WNBA ball players, like the females ball players, they should get their own talk show. I think that'd be a good idea. And then that way they can express themselves and voice their opinions without these guys pandering and catering to the fan base. But that's my opinion. Let me know if you agree or not. I just basically think, like I said, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and it's good to have people on, with different points of view, even if you don't agree with everything they say. But yeah, make sure to leave a comment below. And with that being said, I'll check you all out on the next video.